If you are trying to conceive or thinking about maybe it's time you want to start trying to make a baby, you have come to the right place. Over the past 8 years, we've gone through it twice, and it's easy for some people and for other people not so much. We tried it on our own and we realized very quickly we had no clue what we were doing. I mean, we knew what we were doing physically, but time-wise, no idea. And once you start researching about when the peak time is and all this stuff, you realize like, oh my gosh, it's like actually this pretty small window when you are super duper fertile. And finding that window, many people need some help. Some people are gonna need help from doctors to actually get procedures or medication or whatever, but I feel like most people, it's just about finding the right day or days to make your baby. So I am here today to tell you about a product I just found. This video is sponsored by Eveline. I tested them out and think, honestly, it's a really cool product to help you conceive. Eveline kind of takes all the guessing work and the like monotony and the kind of frustration out of it. Everything goes in the app. It is based on an AI program. You tell them your cycle length, and for me, I'm all over the place. So you can kind of give them your shortest and longest, and then they give you the window of when you're likely to ovulate, and then it will tell you when you need to take the ovulation test. So that makes it easy, okay? And then every morning, you're gonna take your basal body temperature and record it in the app. Most women ovulate in the middle of their cycle. And before that, your basal body temperature, which is like your resting before you get up and move at all body temperature, is lower in the first half of your cycle. And then right before you ovulate, it has like a teeny tiny little dip. And then after you ovulate, it shoots up like 0.5 degree-ish and then stays up there until your period comes. And I guess it's just part of your body's way of making itself ready to host a baby, right? So all of these kind of clues, and if you Google, you can also, you know, check your cervical mucus. I don't really get into that. But anyway, all of these clues together help you understand when that egg is about to come out and when it has already come out. And what I did back in the day when we were getting pregnant the first time, we tried for like 3 months, and every month the period came, and it was like this, like, just kind of, you know, you're like, why aren't we pregnant yet? I thought this was like so easy. I thought you just do it and you make a baby. And then every month your period comes, and it's like this kind of devastation and questioning what's wrong with you, what's wrong with your partner. It's just really frustrating. And then, you know, I got on Google and I read about the ovulation prediction kits, and I got those, and I started a Excel sheet. And I went like full on manual mode, and it was like really scientific and like not fun. I still have those spreadsheets, and I did it again for our twins. Basically, I was charting, you know, my temperature, I was charting my symptoms, when was I bloating and cramping, and blah, 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 and charting my, my ovulation prediction kit results, and then when we did it, and it just like, it's these Excel sheets, and you know, like, how sexy is that? How romantic is that? It's not. So that's really cool that the Eveline basically does all that and more in an app that is just like so handy. You just have it with you right on your bedstand or whatever, and so it's charting all of this for you, and it even asks like what foods you ate. Did you have dairy, spicy foods? How are you feeling? Did you have cramps? Did you take medication? What's your temperature? All this stuff. And so it's charting for you, and then it reminds you when it's coming up to be your ovulation days, and then it tells you, you know, you want to start doing the ovulation prediction kit today. I'm testing it out. We're not trying to conceive, but I wanted to do the full test. So yesterday it told me, you know, it's time, so do the ovulation prediction test, and I did, and it said it's high fertility time. It's a really good chance to make a baby in the next 48 hours. So that was kind of fun to see that if you're not trying to conceive, it's also helpful to know when your window is and avoid any dangerous actions during that window. So I took the test yesterday, and then it said, you know, it recommended doing it again in like 4 hours, because you're trying to get the peak. Like you have like this like 2 or 3 days when it's gonna be like your high fertility zone. But if you get it at that like really peak moment, it's like really good. So you get the result, like it's a high fertility, it's a great time to try, and then you can even share that notice with your partner. It takes the kind of like boring sciencey aspect of all this and just makes it a little more fun and relaxed, and it's really cool. I really recommend it. It's easy to use. I'm gonna take out a new test to show you guys. So basically, like, they come in these little wrappers, and you open it up, and here is your ovulation prediction test. All right, so this is covered to keep it from getting pee splashed on it. And you open this up, and this is the little test window that you're gonna pee on. It's just like a pregnancy test. And you pee on it for like 5 to 10 seconds, or you dip it in a cup of your pee, of your urine, I should say. And then you cover it up, and then you take off this protection window. So here, I'll show you an old one I did. And then after 5 to 10 minutes, it's gonna show up. So basically, see how one of those is darker? That would mean that I am about to ovulate. There are some hormones that surge when your egg's about to come out. Then you pop on this cute little clip, and then it scans the window for you. It can know, compared to yesterday's test, the day before that, the day after, whatever, it compares them. And by how dark it is or whatever, it tells you you're at high fertility, you're at your peak, you're past, you've already ovulated, whatever. So really fun way to do your ovulation predictions. And then together, it's also charting your basal body temperature. So for example, yesterday my stick told me that I was high fertility. And today, my basal body temperature told me that I had ovulated because it jumped up. But I'm still gonna do one more test to see what it says, to see if it says, you know, like, oh, you passed your peak, ha ha ha, hope you did it. I don't know. So I'm gonna go do that now. There's my Eveline. Today is the day. Did you confirm if you're ovulating or not? Start your ovulation test now. Gotta take this off, the protective cap, then you snap it in, click, and now we put it on here. Okay, see, it's like, so sensitive. Okay, almost there. Finally got it in the right position and held it there long enough to analyze, and low fertility. So that's exactly what I would have guessed just based on yesterday's high and then this morning's raised temperature, that my egg has already dropped. What does this mean? The results low, high, and peak refer to your current luteinizing hormone level in urine. When your LH level is low, you get low chance to conceive. And then you can share this. This is the share button down here. You can share it to Bluetooth, Drive, Maps, Messages, Facebook Messages, so you can send it. Here's all the temperatures I've logged. And, ooh, here's my cycle. So there you can see that it's got my temperature is the like roller coaster line, and then the 2 ovulation sticks I've done. So you can see right there the high fertility and the low temperature, and the next day low fertility, high temperature. So you can see, boom, that's when my egg dropped. And what's really cool about that is then you can pretty much know, like, if you do end up pregnant, you know exactly the day that when you ovulated. So it takes the guesswork out of that for conception, when to do it, when to make your baby. And then when you finally go to the doctor and they're like, boom, you're pregnant, we estimate you got pregnant XYZ, and you can look at your app and be like, well, I know the exact day that my egg came out, so And Eveline is a really cool way to do your baby making. Make it easier and more fun and high tech, and it's really cool. Give it a try if you're trying to conceive, and I will link below some other videos I've done about how we conceived our first child and then how we conceived our twins. And the interesting thing about the twins is that I had learned about the shuttles method. I really buy into the shuttles method of timing for boy or girl, but you know, you never know what you're gonna get. If you're trying to conceive, I do recommend, for sure, doing your body temperature, doing the ovulation prediction kit. Those make it so super duper easy to understand your body, understand your cycle, and if you're wanting to chart it manually, I mean, by all means, it's the cheapest way. But if you want to just do it the easiest way and the most fun and share it with your partner and make it like a cute little fun thing to do together and make it more romantic, you know, like, then try Eveline. Why not? I'll link below where you can buy it. And again, this was sponsored by them, but I do think it's a cool system. It's worth trying out. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe for more reviews and travel with my family and all kinds of stuff. We just moved from Brooklyn up to the suburbs in Hudson Valley, so we've got lots of videos about life up here and the transition from apartment life to a big house with a yard. Our kids are now, my son is almost 8, my girls are almost 5, and like I said, we're not trying to conceive, but it's not off the table. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye, guys.